so drawing your body up to a lovely tall seated position, and just feel free to make any adjustments, okay, before we begin. Especially when you come to shut your eyes. Maybe sometimes when you shut your eyes you're able to assess your body a little bit better. So if you need to, roll your shoulders a few times, you know, maybe if you don't feel like sitting cross-legged today, maybe sit upon your heels or sit with your legs out in front of you. It's all good, you know, so long as you're breathing, so long as you're clearing the mind. That's what this is all about. This is all about that little separation time before you take yourself into your practice. So I'm just shutting my eyes and, like I said, going inside. So just noticing the vibrations running through your body. And there'll be lots of things going on, your heartbeat, your breath, your brain sometimes feels like it's making some vibrations. And start to take a longer, deeper breath in through your nose. And breathing out through your nose. Take a long, deep breath in. And breathing all the way back out. Take a long, deep breath in. Breathing all the way back out. And this time, take a longer, deeper breath in. And nodding your chin down in towards your chest and holding on to your breath. And then raising your chin back up and breathing all the way back out again. Take a long deep breath in. And lowering your chin down in towards your chest and holding on to your breath. Raising your chin back up and breathing all the way back out again. Take a long deep breath in. And then slowly breathing all the way back out and going right down to the bottom of your exhalation. Lowering down your chin and holding the breath out. And then raising your chin back up and breathing in. And one more time, breathing out and going right down to the bottom of your exhalation. Try and breathe out a little bit more and lower down your chin. Hold your breath out. And then raising your chin back up, breathing in. And breathing out. Now coming back into your depth of breathing. Breathing in deeply. Breathing out slowly. And just again, thinking about the breath. Thinking about the breath coming in and out of your body. Drawing in a little bit more awareness to your core. And if we could clasp up the fingers, raising our arms to come high above your head. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, taking a little rotation with your upper body. Breathing in, come back to the middle. And breathing out, taking a little rotation with your upper body. Breathing in, come back to the middle. Breathing out, lowering down your hands. And gently lifting yourself up into your knees. Uncurling your heels and sitting back down onto them. Now let's raise the chin and then starting to draw your body along the ground. Breathing in as you draw on up, shoulders down, lifting the chin. Breathing out, curl the toes, send the hips back and lower your head down. Breathing in as you draw forwards to plank. Breathing out, bending your knees and sitting back. Breathing in as you draw your body up, rolling down the shoulders, lifting the chin. Breathing out, pull up through the belly, send the hips away and the head down. Breathing in, draw forwards to a plank. Breathing out, bending your knees and sitting to your heels. Breathing in as you draw your body up and through. Breathing out, sending the hips away, the head down through your arms. Breathing in, draw forwards to a plank. And breathing out, bending your knees and sitting back. Breathing in to pull your body up and through. Breathing out as you send your hips away, your head down. Breathing in, draw forwards to a plank. Breathing out, bend your knees and sit back to your heels. Couple more times. Breathing in, pulling on up. Breathing out, sending your hips away and your head down. Breathing in, draw forwards to plank. Breathing out, bend the knees and looking back. One more time. Breathing in, drawing up. Breathing out, this time we're staying in that down dog. Now walking your feet just gently from hip to hip and foot to foot. Letting the hips roll a little side to side. Just being aware of how you feel in your back, your hamstrings, around the upper back as well, around the shoulders. Okay, now let's leave the heels back or walk your hands back. And if you'd like to, just taking a hold of your elbows and rocking a little side to side. If you need to, bend your knees. We're just releasing the hamstrings a little bit more.
The world is just an illusion.
Okay, then letting go of your arms. And then slowly let's unroll. Bring your arms up to the ceiling, clasping your fingers together again. Deep breath in, and this time breathing out. Take that long bend from your waist. Breathing in, bring it up. Breathing out again, activate the waist. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, letting your arms all the way back down. Okay, stepping on up to the top of your mat, hands under your heart. Let's take a breath in, raising both arms. Breathing out, dive the body forwards. Breathing in, right leg, stepping back behind you, releasing the knee, just rising up a little into your fingertips. Breathing out, step back and hold to a plank. Breathing in, come down to your knees, your belly, your chest. And breathing out, upward dog, floating the elbows in, the shoulders down. Breathing in as you lower, curl the toes, engage the core. Breathing out, push up to a strong plank and back off into your downward dog. Breathing in, right foot, stepping up between your hands, lift the chin, release the toes. Breathing out, left leg, step on up and folding. Breathing in, pull up through the belly, all the way back out to standing. Breathing out, hands back to your heart. Breathing in, raising both arms. Breathing out, diving your body forwards. Breathing in, left leg, stepping on back. Releasing the knee down, lifting the chin. Breathing out, let's step back, right leg and hold to a plank. Breathing in, come down to your knees, your belly and your chest. Breathing out as we draw up into your upward dog. Breathing in as you lower, curl the toes, engage the core. Breathing out to push up to plank and back off into a downward dog. Breathing in, left leg, stepping on up. Lift the chin, releasing your toes. Breathing out, right leg, step on up and folding. Breathing in, pull up through the belly. Open your chest, gaze up to your thumbs. Breathing out, hands back to your heart. Breathing in, let's raise both arms. Breathing out, dive your body forwards. Breathing in, right leg, stepping back, and just let the knee down upon the ground for me. I'm going to go in for that shoulder opener that I've been doing. So I'm taking across my right hand to my left knee, bringing my left arm forwards, deep breath in, and then as I breathe out, my arm's going all the way back. If you can, follow it and take it back as far as your shoulder will allow. Just take a couple of deep breaths. You should feel your neck releasing a little, hip flexors are very much getting a stretch here. And then gently bring it back round. Place your hand down to the side of your foot and then just opening up into the waist, looking up towards your hand. Bring that hand all the way back down. Okay, now we're going to slide the feet together to plank. And then we're going to come down onto the elbows and hold into a forearm plank. So carefully make your way down. Push your way into your heels. I'm going to stay here for 10 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out and engaging with the core. Breathe in, out 2. In, out 3, in, out 4, in, out 5, in, out 6, in, out 7, in, out 8, in, out 9, and in, out 10. Gently lower your body down upon the floor for me. Take your feet about as wide as your mat and just bring your right arm across the top, nice and gently. Left fingers down towards the floor. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, gently encourage your body up. Look over your left shoulder. See if you can see your left foot. Maybe you can see both feet. Carefully bring yourself back round and swap it on over. Alright, so take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently encourage yourself up, looking over your shoulder. And again, see if you can see your foot or your feet. Try and keep the bottom part of your body relaxed. Drawing all the way back round. Hands in underneath your shoulders. Gently bring your body up. Shoulders relaxed. Take a couple of deep breaths there. Trying to find that natural curve in your lumbar spine. And then gently release it back down. Bring the feet in a little bit closer. Breathing in, pushing up to plank. And breathing out to a downward dog. Breathing in, step your right foot forwards, Lift the chin, releasing your toes. Breathing out, step your left foot forwards and fold. Breathing in, pull up through the belly, all the way back out, look up to your thumbs. Breathing out, follow your thumbs back to your heart. Breathing in, raising your arms up. Breathing out, diving the body forwards. Breathing in, left leg, step it all the way back. And then just taking your left hand across towards your right knee. Let your right arm come forwards. And then as you breathe out, follow your hand all of the way back and looking towards your thumb. And then bring it back round, take that hand down to the floor, and then let's let the left arm gently arch up and over, looking up towards your hand. And releasing it back down. Okay, now we're going to come back to a plank, and we're going to stay in a high plank next. We're going to be working alternating legs to lift from the ground. We're going to be working alternating hands to lift from the ground, okay? So ideally we don't want that bottom going up towards the ceiling to make it look like a down dog. We'd like to make it stay like a plank. Alright, so slide that leg all the way back. Alright, so you might want to go a little bit wider. Alright, but try and be as plank-like as you can. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, lift your right leg up. Breathe in to lower it. Breathe out, lift your left leg up. Breathe in to lower. Breathing out, place your right hand to your left shoulder. Breathe in to lower. Breathing out, left hand to right shoulder. Breathe in. Okay, breathe out, lift your right leg up. Breathe in to lower. You should be able to feel your core working. Breathing out, lift your left leg up. Breathe in to lower. Breathing out, right hand to left shoulder. Breathe in to lower. Breathing out, left hand to right shoulder. Try not to wobble too much. Breathe in. We've got one more set. Breathing out, lift your right leg. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out, lift your left leg. And into lower. Breathing out, right hand to left shoulder. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out, left hand to right shoulder. And lower. Carefully come down onto your belly. Good job. Alright. Okay, now let's from here work in a little bit of that scorpion tail leg lifting. So I'm taking my right leg up. I'm going to keep my leg fairly straight on the first one. Take it back and then draw it back down. So the thing with this, like I keep saying, is not to go too hard into this too soon. So left leg, keep the leg fairly straight and bring it back down. If your back's a bit tight, keep the leg straight and don't take it too far back. Alright? So take it over and then maybe a small bend to the knee and then bring it back. Alright? And then again, taking the leg up, maybe a small bend to the knee. Alright, now if your back's in a good position, you are very happy with taking it further, then you take the foot up and you snake it over so it goes down towards the ground. Alright, so we want to take the leg up eventually by your shoulder. Alright, so think about it's going up and over, okay, as far as it can go. Or as far as you want to be bothered to go today, okay? So lifting it over. Alright, couple more if you want to. If you've had enough, stop, take a break. And over. One more, lifting up and over. Alright. Hands underneath your shoulders. And gently come on up into that upward dog. Elbows in, shoulders down, open up your collarbone. The neck is out, the neck is nice and long. And then release it back on down. Curl the toes, engage the core. Breathing in, push up to plank. Breathing out to a downward dog. Breathing in, left leg, stepping on up. Lift the chin, releasing your toes. Breathing out, right leg, stepping on up. Take a nice deep breath in, all the way back on up. And breathing out, hands back to your heart. Breathing in, raising both arms. Breathing out, dive your body forwards. Now this time, stepping back with your left foot. Line up your heels and get ready to come up into warrior one. So back heel on the floor, front knee comes into a really nice deep bend. Coming up through the middle, you can either separate your palms or you can bring your hands together. Now try and bring your hips around so they're front facing. Try and keep your chest front facing. If your balance is a little off today, look forwards. Otherwise, you're looking up towards your thumbs. All right, deep breath in. As you breathe out, warrior two. So a little bit of an opening of the back hip. Tailbone tucked under. Engage the core, all right? And draw your back so it's down, it's a little bit flatter. Okay, sometimes the back wants to come out to play, all right, and we drop back and we arch it, okay, and then we lose some of our strength. So we want to pull into the core, pull back through that back hip. Coming into reverse, let's reach, arching backwards, looking up towards your upper hand. If you want to, you could straighten your legs, which will make it harder to stretch into the waist and latissimus dorsi. You could also try lifting up your toes, balancing on your heel, which will challenge the balance more. And then slowly bring it back on down. And take both hands by the side of your foot. Turn the back foot and drop it down into the ground. Legs from here, come into lizard. Turning open your front foot. Hands on the inside, relax your shoulders. Ease the body down on the inside of your leg. Okay, now if your hips are a little bit tight, okay, I'd say stay there today. If it's not feeling too bad, work your foot across, take your right hand underneath, and then maybe lower your chest down upon your big toe. And then gently draw your body back on up. Walk your foot a little out to the side again. And let's come up through the middle, so hips driving forwards. Raising both of your arms again. Again, either keep your hands separate or look up towards your thumbs and open it back a little. And drawing it back nice and slowly. Okay, now working it back for your half split. Drawing your toes back. Unless you have been working on your splits, in which case if you would like to go a little bit further, your body feels warm enough, slide your heel forwards, okay, and then slide your leg back. Now sometimes if you use a sock underneath your heel or a t-shirt or something, then you can slide the leg out and it sort of goes through without getting caught up on your mat. All right, that's all it is. Then gently and carefully, without destroying your mat, come all the way back up and come up onto your knees. Now coming into camel. So I'm going to start off with the arms circling. I'm breathing in, raising my right arm. Lift up out from your waist. Try not to lean too much into the quads and follow the hand. Breathing in, raising your left arm. Follow your fingers, lift up out from your waist. Try not to use your quads too much. and back round. So we want it to be a back bend, but like I know, you know, not everybody feels great when they do this. So if you don't feel great when you do this, stick with what I'm doing now, okay? Maybe this is enough, okay, and that's fine. So you could carry on. Or if you want to reach and hold your elbows, maybe you feel okay to open up over your forearms. Maybe it feels okay to look up, opening the throat. Or you can try bring your hands back behind you, reaching it back for your legs or your heels. And then tucking your chin in, engaging your core, and then slowly slide your hands ahead of you. Curling the toes, lengthening off into your downward dog. Alright, so again, just check out that you're on track with down dog. Hands are facing ahead. Okay, the middle finger's pointing straight up. The thumb and the last little finger are pressing out at 45-degree angles. Okay, they should be all closed up. As you look back, your feet are in alignment with your hips. They're not too wide. And you don't have your heels turning in or out. You know, you have them in a straight line. Let's take the right leg high to the ceiling and bend the knee a little bit, opening up the hip. And again, you can bend the knee towards the head. Alright, taking that leg down and either wrap the feet around each other or lock down the big toe and the toe next to it and come forwards into a one-leg plank. Couple of breaths here. In through your nose, out through your nose. And let's draw it back on up. Taking that leg high to a down dog split. And then draw your right knee towards your right wrist into that floating plank. Try and tuck your heel up towards your bum if you can. And now straighten that leg out. Bring it by the side of your left hand if you can. Back heel down towards the floor and raise your left hand to the ceiling. And then let's come down and let's take the right knee towards the right wrist and come down for pigeon. So just toe back in your back leg so it's not wandering off too much. Open up the right knee as far as you can and try and keep your hips squared off towards the end of the mat. Alright? If at that stage you want to take your head down towards the floor, take a resting pigeon, by all means. If you're happy to bend up the back leg, reach around for it and draw it in a little to gain that quad stretch. And just taking a few breaths here, chest and shoulders opened. Alright, now I'm going to bring that back leg all the way back round. And we're going to go into your roll back. So if you'd like to use a band around the bottom of your feet, or if you'd like to use a cushion just underneath your lower back for gentle support, by all means. So we're opening out the shoulders. We've got your Pilates breath work here. So as you breathe in, the ribs are widening. As you breathe out, pull back through your belly, curve your lumbar spine, and just stop maybe at halfway. Breathing in, breathing out, slowly coming up. Feel the abdominals pulling up underneath your ribs. Deep breath in, ribs widen. And as you breathe out, slowly working back, maybe a little bit further. Breathing in, and breathing out, drawing your body up nice and tall. Take your time with this one. Breathing in. As you breathe out, if you can touch down with the shoulder blades. Keep the head off the floor, breathing in and breathing out, coming all of the way back up. Those of you who want to challenge with this one hand to the shoulder. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out, slowly drawing the body back on up. Swap it over, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Coming all of the way back up. Swap it over, deep breath in and out. Breathe in and out. Drawing all the way up. Now the last one's going to take us down. We're going to stay down. Deep breath in. As you go back, breathing out. Okay, now I'm going to let you drop your head back down. Alright, so I know you're on the floor, you might not be able to see me, so you're going to have to listen, okay? So I'm going to work into single leg stretch, which is the bicycle action. So I'm picking my feet up off the floor, and I'm going to cycle through, okay? Now you're doing a backward cycle, okay? So you're scooping your big toe a little towards the floor. So breathing in and breathing out. So keep that breath going, keep the core connection and keep a neutral back. All right, here comes layer 2. We're going to support the head and lift the head off the floor. All right, still working into the legs. Layer 3, we don't need to support the head anymore. So we're guiding the legs in, outside of the knee, inside of the ankle, breathing out and pressing. Cycle action with the legs, single leg stretch. So you're pushing away and press. All right, not too quickly. All right, we want to take this nice and steady, gain control and gain that full extension. All right, remember, this is all about using the whole of your body, but working from that core center. Breathing out, push, press, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so either peel yourself back up carefully, or gently, maybe roll around to one side if you prefer, or use a knee, and gently pull yourself up gracefully. Let's bring the legs in, pull them up underneath you, and land softly in a plank. All right, back off into your downward dog for me. Let's breathe in, step forwards with your right foot, and drop your knee down, halfway down your mat, and come up to a high kneel for me. Now today I'm going to work into a twist, and the twist that I'm going to do, okay, we're all going to go to the same thing today, is I'm going to bring the hands into a prayer position, whereas I'm drawing the heels of my hands down. Alright, so we use this sometimes if you can't quite touch the floor, but it's a really nice way of opening up the shoulders and twisting into the lower back. I'm still offering up that maybe we lift the knee off the floor, but you don't have to. Alright, so take a deep breath in, raise your left arm. As you breathe out, elbow comes down, hands in a prayer, but then draw the heels of your hands right down towards your hips. And you're looking down towards your fingertips. Now if that's enough, stay there. Now you can hold the balance and then lift up your knee, push back into your toes, and then keep looking down towards your fingertips. Keep that neck nice and long. Alright, so bring sort of your head away from your shoulders. Alright, bring your hands down to the ground, either side of your foot. Step the back foot to the top. Taking a nice deep breath in, all the way back up. Breathing out, hands back into your heart. Breathing in, raising both arms. Breathing out, diving your body forwards. Breathing in, step your looking up, either between your hands, or we're starting to feel maybe we can squeeze the face with your biceps. Taking a deep breath in. As you breathe out, warrior two. Opening up the back hip a little, tailbone tucked under. That's it. And again, draw back in the belly. Once you draw the belly in, you'll rely upon also the strength of the back to hold you in position too. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, let's reach on back into reverse. If you want to make this harder a posture, then we can straighten up that front leg. We can lift the toes. And then slowly coming all the way back down. Hands down to the floor. Back knee down into the floor, and then we're turning over that front foot. Okay, hands on the inside. Relax out your shoulders, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, lower. But again, remember you're coming out of your hips on this. Alright, so never trying to just drop the head. Alright, we're extending out. And you know, if that's enough, stay there. If you can go deeper, work your foot across, place it on its edge. And then let's lower the body down. With your knee, and let's bring the arms up through the middle. Again, either look between your hands, bring your hands together, opening it back a little bit more if you can. And slowly back down. Okay, moving it back onto that back knee. Coming into half split, or if it's feeling good today, shuffle that heel a bit further forwards. Okay, if you've gotten to 3/4 splits, well done. Okay, if you want to shuffle it any further, slide it out. Okay, just see what your body will let you do today. Okay, now we'll carefully bring that leg back on up and bring the knees back up together. Alright, now the next exercise, okay, is going to be for the quads and it is going to be for the core. Okay, so I'm going to go into a little bit of core training. Instead of doing the camel, all of the things that I say not to use, I'm going to make you use them, okay, which is actually quite hard. So I've got my arms across my chest and I'm leaning back like a board. Okay, so as I go back, breathing out and then breathing in, coming forwards. You with me? Alright, so I use this in Pilates. Deep breath in, breathing out as you go back, locking into your core, breathing in to draw back up. Alright, again, don't scare yourself, okay? And remember, you need to be able to use your legs tomorrow, alright? So don't burn your quads out so much. But try and again, really lock on with the core, keep a neutral back, lean back, and breathing in. So as you go back, breathe out through your mouth, navel back to the spine, breathing in. Again, breathing out, breathing in. 2 more. Try not to clench your buttocks. Breathing in. 1 more time, breathing out, engage. Breathing in. Alright, so again, difference being there's no change in the upper body alignment. all right, and you're like a board moving backwards. I tried to explain that to one of my classes the other day. I said it's a bit like the Matrix, you know, just like, but unfortunately the age group was not receptive to what that film is all about, okay? Hands down onto the floor, draw the shoulders back, curl the toes for me, and push out into a down dog. So secure in the knowledge that you have got the correct down dog for your body. Because if your hands are turning open and you're doing that repetitively, you're going to have wrist problems and shoulder problems. So lining the body up anatomically is, you know, the better method. Even if it's feeling a little bit difficult, it's trying to build up the strength in the right areas. Taking your left leg up high and bending your knee a little, open with your hip. Take down the leg and lock down the big toe and the toe next to it, coming forwards into a one-leg plank. As long as you're squeezing the knees together, legs are nice and straight, shoulders drawn back, neck is out from your shoulders. Let's draw it back on up, high down dog split. And then bring your left knee towards your left elbow, floating the plank, trying to tuck that heel up a little bit so it's coming up towards your bottom. And then draw through your left leg towards your right hand. Take your back heel down, raise your right arm up into your fallen triangle. And then bring that hand down to the floor. Bring through your left knee towards your left wrist, sliding your back leg away. So we've got that knee working its way to the left. We've got the right leg behind us, tucking in. Okay, by all means, forehead down towards ground. If that's enough, stay there. If you can bring up that back leg, take it in so you're coming into a quad stretch. Alright, gently release that leg around again. Okay, now this time around I'm going to work on rolling. Alright, so if today you don't feel that you want to do that, do what we did last time. Take it down slowly with your legs straight, okay? If you're happy to try, I'm going to try first of all by rolling but using the hands so that you again, you're preparing your body and the smoothness of the back wants to be lovely and continuous. So as we roll gently back, breathing in, and then as we come forwards, breathing out. Alright? So as we roll gently back, breathing in and breathing out. Alright? The hands and the elbows are there to help you. Keep going. Now, we're trying not to flick the legs too much. You know, and in my classes I would usually give you a block to put behind the knees. So you'd know, wouldn't you, if you were flicking your legs, the block would drop out, okay? That's it. You can put anything you like behind your knees. Make it as precious as possible, all right? But if you feel that you could do this maybe by holding the legs, you come into rolling like a ball. So you're tucking your head in, breathing in to go back, and out to come forwards. So now you have to, again, control your roll a little bit more. And remember you're only rolling up to your shoulders. Try not to roll upon your neck if you can help it. Okay, now if this is all going nicely for you today, maybe try your open leg rocker. You don't have to do it with straight legs, you could do it with bent knees. And what I say with this one is to let your body go back to the point of no return. Roll it up to your shoulders, and then as you come up, use your abdominals to pull you up to finally finish in that seated position. Okay, so it's all about, again, control and timing. Control and timing, so that when you roll back, you think about how far you're going and your speed, you know, the velocity that you put onto your movement, okay, the vigour. Alright, if you put a lot of vigour on, yes, you're undoubtedly going to come back up, okay? It may be quite quick. Alright, so the idea is then after a time, we slow it down. And then we might not get back up. And that's okay. And what I say in my classes quite a lot is if it's a foredrawn conclusion that you are definitely going to get back up to seated, how much momentum is that being used? Alright, so if there's a lot of momentum being used, how much is the core working? Alright, finish off your last one. And then I'm hooking my feet up. I'm going to pull them gently underneath and take a light either step or hop back. And then back off into your downward dog. Stepping your left foot forwards and then drawing your right knee halfway down. Okay, we're coming into that little twist here. So deep breath in, raising your right arm, elbow comes all the way down, hands in prayer, and then focus on bringing the heels of your hands right down towards the side of your body. Curl the toes, lean forwards and lift that back knee if you can. And keep bringing those hands down, keep working on your twist. Alright, then carefully release, hands either side of your foot, step your back foot into the top of your mat too. And let's take a nice deep breath in, all the way back up. Breathing out, hands back in towards your heart. Alright, we have a couple of balances. Okay, so just roll over the shoulders a few times. Today I'd like to use your tree position, I'd like to use dancer, and I think we could do a flying pigeon. And if you feel like landing your pigeon today, we can do that too. Okay, so first of all, picking up the right foot, placing it either above or below your knee, moving the fingers up through the midline of your body. Maybe take your right hand back behind your left. Releasing down your right hand, turning your right leg. And then as we gently come forwards, lifting the leg up, opening the shoulder. Alright, bring that leg back in and place it halfway down your thigh, sitting your hips back. Alright, you're going to stop where you need to. I'm going to bring the hands in front of the heart for those of you who want this stage. And for those of you who go further, hands to the floor and pressing your shin against your tricep and pick the foot up. And then land, push back, and slowly we'll come back on up. Extend the leg, and lower it back down. Good, let go with your arms, open the body again, take a couple of deep breaths. Picking up the left leg. And again, gently press against the inside of the leg, encouraging the knee to open back. Let's bring the hands up through the midline, hand back behind the right, chin lifts. And then taking down that left hand, turning the left leg, and then gently sending your hand and your foot away together. Slowly bring it back on in. Place it halfway down your thigh, flexing your foot. Good. Start to sit your hips back. Maybe take your hands in front of your heart. Maybe take the hands to the floor, leaning forwards, and maybe lifting the back foot. Pressing it back and coming back on up, extending the leg and releasing it back down. Good. Alright, coming to first, rise up into your tiptoes, take a deep breath in, breathing out. If your knees are okay with this, lower all the way down. If they're not, please come down a different way. And then let's just come down into crow. So hands coming towards the floor. A little bit of a softness to the elbows. Knees coming up into the upper back of your arms. Looking forwards and seeing if the toes will come off the ground just for maybe a second or so. As I always say with this one, you need to be looking forwards and we need to be lifting out of really strong hands. You know, so really spread your fingers wide to the mat. And then gently, when you have had a little play, come on down and take a seat. Let me release you out, okay, so I'm going to go in and under and I'm going to take fingertip hold, okay, so I'm going to pull back and draw down and just let your head tuck in, feel that stretch just below your neck. Turn that grip, hold the other way round. Alright, now just moving your chest towards your legs and just letting your body hang on to your knees. Now that might be enough, alright? If it's enough to keep the knees bent, just to hang on over your legs, then do. If you want to take your legs a little bit straighter, move them away. If you're okay to go straight, maybe take them further away. Once you get there, if it's a good day to try this and your feet are up, then maybe we hold on to the sides of your feet and just gently see if you can draw the little toes so that they're coming out to the side again. Because sometimes when you put your feet together, the feet want to sort of draw in, okay? So see if you can pull them out to the side a bit more. So you're pushing your thumbs towards the kind of base of your big toe and the front, and then just dropping your head. similar folding forwards, but with the soles of the feet together, if this feels okay too. So I've started off with my feet quite a long way ahead, and then I'm rounding my back and bringing my head downwards. It should feel quite nice in the back. If you think that you could take your heels in closer towards you though, just drag them in a little and then do the same thing. Let's slowly bring your body back on up. Okay, so cross leg position if that feels good to do so today, or any other position of your choice. Okay, I'm going to place my right fingers down onto the floor, pushing away into the ground, taking over, and then just gently encourage your ear over, and just kind of let your hand be heavy. Let your hand be really kind of heavy on the side of your face, your side of your head. And then work your fingers to the back corner of your head and draw gently across. Bring the head back on up. Let's swap it on over, fingertips pushing into the floor, hand coming over the top, and just again, take that head over, let the hand be heavy. And then go to the back corner of your head and again drawing across a little. And then coming back up to the middle. And now just let's wrap those arms forwards, now round the back, as if you were hugging a nice big tree. Breathing in, coming up high with your arms, use your abdominals to pull you up. Breathing out, push the hands out wide of the body. Again, wrap your arms forwards, feel that rib stretch around the back. Breathing in, use your abdominals to bring you up. Breathing out, opening it back and down. One more time. Wrapping your arms forwards. Breathing in, coming up high. Breathing out, come down to your crown. To your third eye. To your throat. And in at your heart. Namaste. Very well done tonight, everybody. Hope you feel nice, hope you feel good, hope you feel a little energized, hope you can switch off from your day today.